Cup. We're going to be going into our first match of 2, although technically I have 3 because then I'm switching over to the GG bet stream and everything becomes complicated because I have to switch from this stream to another stream, and basically we're going to play that by ear and work it out as we go along. Either way, let's bring up the beautiful little HUD. I'm pretty sure that's gone up $1,000 from yesterday, the amount of money that's currently going into the prize pool for HellCase Cup number 7. So that's not bad. Of course, for anybody who doesn't know, you open those little case things. In fact, wait. I've got something for this, I think. I don't know if it actually applies, but I'm going to show it anyway. Ooh, look. Fancy HellCase thing. Yeah. Basically, if you open those cases, I think it's something like 50% goes to the prize pool, and it's not so much like stickers in the major or whatever. I would compare it more to like TI. It's just like if you win, you get more of the percentage, which is quite cool if you ask me. Not paid to say that. I actually just quite like the idea of it. Either way, teams we are having facing off against each other is going to be Prosto. Remember that it's not pro100. And EPG, or Elements Pro Gaming. I felt like it should be Elemental Pro Gaming. That sounds cooler. But I'm going to let them have that. And, yeah, I'm interested to see this team. I remember Cree from back in the day when I cast a lot of sort of, oh god, Baltic. That was the word I was looking for. Baltic Counter-Strike. And, yeah, it's nice to see some of these players coming through. We actually have 2 Baltic players, I believe. I think Flaric as well. Or Flaric. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. I'm not sure if the H is actually said. But I remember him as well. I think I used to have him on Steam, but he deleted me. What a lovely fella. No, probably has no idea who I am. But either way, we are going to be going into Mirage. Much more sort of puggy style map. And as of recently, or last few days at least, I've seen a lot of sort of T-sided halves come out on Mirage. No surprise, though, that we do see Prosto opt to choose that CT side. And we haven't seen a lot from them in a while. I think they were sort of like a rising team with a lot of individual talent on there, and obviously being led or coached a little bit by Zeus, but obviously he's quite a busy guy, so I haven't seen a lot of Prosto recently, and I think, obviously, as a team that was hoping to get through the minor system, I have to say, no offense to them, but I'm quite happy that they didn't, because it meant we got to see good old QB Fire, who actually get themselves all the way through to the legend spot, which is incredible. So, either way, hello, bye. YY28, how's it going? It is me again, it is. You should be seeing quite a bit of me on this channel until... Well, actually, it will still be on this channel, but until the 16th. Yeah, I was casting HellCase yesterday. You are correct. You are correct. I am employed by Starlighter, so you should expect to see me a fair bit. Although, already... Here we go. Tony Black starts things off. Already gets the first. A-Van hiding in the corner. Will be able to net another, and actually gets all 3. Hello. That's not a bad start. A little bit sneaky. Is it Tony Black is Kabakan, right? Yeah, he's done this for a while. Where I don't know if he just chose the name Kabakan and then when I don't like it and tried to change it. But everyone still calls him Kabakan, except him. So, either way. I'm pretty sure, is it Kabakan? I think I maybe mixed him up with someone else. I'm pretty sure, though. Either way, we are going to have the force by him from the T side, Elian. I remember him doing pretty well with the AWP in the previous season. He'll be on the Scout, which is the baby AWP. Already going to be starting things off. We'll actually manage to get one, and Nickelback has found another. Nickelback, pretty much the ultimate pun name. It's so good to have, like, a player with the name Nickelback. I wonder if he is genuinely just a fan of the band, or, I don't know, maybe he's got a nickel on his back. I have no idea. I think that's more plausible than actually liking Nickelback, but who knows? Either way, more importantly, a lot of damage has already been done. A couple of Famai are left on Kabakan and Flaric. They are going to be split 1 for 1, either site being held onto. Back and actually going to go rotating back. I think they've got a complete misread here. This should at least net a bomb plant for the T side, and even if they don't win this round, I expect to see them maybe even force up into the next, just because, wow, they're going to be making so much money off of this plant. They're doing so much damage, and The CT side really have misread this awfully. They're finally going to realise, at least now they can play as a bit more of a team, but they actually don't have a kit, interestingly, so quite a bit still to do. Kree sat in the corner. Gonna be up close with that CZ, and already manages to net one with the help of Elian. It's left on to just Flaric. Famis in hand, and he's actually just going to decide to fall out of the round, so EPG managing to break back. M4 will be picked up. There's quite a lot of guns, actually. When you look at what was purchased up by the CT side, this was a very safe buy. Pretty sure that's 4 rifles. And Flaric, man. That was not a good battle. That was somewhat atrocious, I would say. Yeah, 2 and 4, 2 Famises. I don't know what the final weapon was. I don't remember, but either way, that is a bad round. That is a very bad round. EPG going to be laughing about that one. They'll pick up the M4 and look to push forward, and the CT side are now going to be the ones with the pistols. Aggression onto short. Looking like they're going to try challenge into mid. Plenty of players here. Smoke will fall into the window. He's looking like they're going to play things nice and slow. Majority of them over towards the B side of the map, but looking like mid is going to be where they take their fight. And with so many CT players looking to challenge into mid, you have to be pretty careful here. Flaric hits the dink. Actually, how does he not get killed there? Using a deagle. That must have gone through the corner of the wall or something for Creed to still be alive. It's going to be this fight continuing in middle. Kenzor looking for a bit more. Flaric does eventually get his kill onto Kree. Actually gets the second as well. Maybe looking to try and rectify things for the previous round. The problem is they haven't noticed the man sneaking in towards that B site. And almost gets the second through the wood as well. Kinder doing work with the M4. It will just be Flaric left. 1 versus 3. He'll have to ace it to win. I don't think he's going to win this round. Bomb going down on B, even just based on time. I don't think he's going to win the round. I wonder if Nickelback has heard any of those footsteps. Heard something. Everybody makes mistakes, Porvu. Flaric just got a couple of kills in this round. It's all good. Bot cup. Jeez. Ooch. Well, actually 4. That's 3 kills now for Flaric, and a rifle into his hands. Not the best rifle. In fact, probably the worst rifle. Goes for a little bit of a pre-fire, but Nickelback will be able to close. And EPG will convert. 1 to 2. Not the end of the world for the CT side. They at least do a bit of damage as well. Now we can see some rifles picked up. Wouldn't be surprised to maybe see 1 or 2 SMGs for the T side. Just look to try and make a little bit of money. Nickelback will at least pick up 1. And the Galil will chuck over to Hooch. So that's still a pretty safe buy considering that they should know that there's not going to be much investment in this round on the CT side. And well, it's a stack. Everybody on A. And this should be found fairly quickly for Nickelback. Now, he's got a chance to make a hell of a lot of money. Or at least just reduce the risk. That's the biggest thing for him. He's got nothing to lose, really. Just the SMG. Not going to be too valuable for the CT side. And the value that will be added is the fact that even if he dies pushing into this site, nobody else on his team should. And that's the more important thing. You don't want to give a rifle over. You don't want to lose a rifle. But he's not actually pushing. This is quite interesting. Like, this is the whole point of sort of having an SMG. It can be used as more of a feeler weapon. Peak will be coming in. The rest of the team are going to push with him. And this is actually the best case scenario for the CT side to get some kills. They've already managed to pick up a couple. There won't be any more than that. But still, that is a rifle loss. Granted, it's the Galil, so it isn't the worst. Hello, Fear. I can't compete. I can't compete with those pesky Summit matches. It depends if I've got other stuff, guys. Like, I had some work over the last few days of the Excel, so that's why I didn't do the first couple. But I will be doing, whenever they need me to do it, I will be doing this as well. Nickelback starts things off. With the trade and Cree, be able to find another over towards this B site. In fact, there's nobody else here. The B site has been completely taken down. Although there's 4 HP between Yakinda and Cree, they will at least get themselves a bomb plant. Even finds another. I wonder if that's Ivan, actually. Could be Ivan. Who knows? Do it. Go on. Shoot this one. Oh, come on. A little bit left. A little bit left. We may think you're cheating if you do get a kill, but I'd rather that than... Yeah, that's what I thought would happen. He's just going to have to save. CT side, they don't have a kit, they don't have the time. So we will just see them fall away from this round. Avon does at least find Hooch in the end. But still, it's another round on the board for the T's. They've still got plenty of money to buy back up with. The 2,900 may actually create the temptation for Prosto to buy, and I think they might. Where are these teams from? Both CIS, so I think we've got Ukrainians, Russians, and Latvians in this team. A great solo caster. Well, thank you, Brandon. A little bit left. I want to see shots through smoke. I don't want to see him run away and save the AWP. It's alright, there's a big delay. It's not like he can hear me anyway. Unless he has a time machine. And if he has a time machine, I don't know why he's a Counter-Strike player. He could just invest in the next big crypto or win the lottery or any of those things. Here we go, though. Rush on towards the site. It has been a forced buyout from the CT side. Larynx gets 2 quick kills, make it a 3rd as well. And goodbye. EPG, although Hooch will get 1. Bomb plant could actually be quite valuable for him, although the Molotov only has to get a quick tick. And the nade will do it instead. Still, the T's will have enough money to buy into the next round anyway. And they now have the chance to actually reset the CT side. But Prosto, they have given themselves a chance to get some footing back into the game. This is going to be a hefty buy. 165 million. I would not say no to 165 million. Unless it was like 165 million. You get. Actually, I'd still say yes to it. Even if it was a small amount. And that would just be hilarious to just have like a load of paper. Or if they put in coins. Almost a pick. Or Alien. Crush. Will not quite be crushed, he's just been smooshed a little bit. Like, someone's pushed on his head, but not quite enough. Molotov will force the T's back a little bit. By a million girls. I think that's a bit too much, really. I think I'd just be in pain. Oh, though. Still one man over towards that palace spot. Call fall. Man trying to boost up will be caught by Crush. Hooch will not play a further part in this round. Actually, the bomb's going to go rotating back away from this mid position. Saw in the game earlier today, actually, the bomb kept being dropped in middle, and it did get me quite annoyed. So I'm quite glad they're going to go for this. The one thing they have to worry about is Flarich, who is just going to be boosted up. Ready and waiting. Going to be 2 players coming his way. Now, if he can get both these kills, the round is done. There's no question about that, but that's a wonderful pop flash. Forcing him out. He will survive a little bit longer. And Eamon's there to actually drop a little bit more. They need to get this bomb towards the site. They've only got a matter of seconds before they run out of time. And Kenzel will, in fact, end both the lives from short. 3 to 4. T-side now don't have the money to buy. They will make it 4 to 3. Let's be honest, the lottery is basically just... well, it sounds harsh, but it's basically poor people tax. Like, let's make a thing where you could win millions, but the chances... Like, there is a higher chance of you being hit by a car on your way to pick up the winning lottery ticket than there is of you actually just having a winning lottery ticket. How depressing is that? Like, you're more likely to die on the way. Pistols. is all that's in for the T's. Just attempting to do some damage. They don't want to allow Prosto. Make too much money. But, I think they're going to. I think this should be absolutely fine. Oh, the murder hole. I think we're going to get through it. 4-4 on the scores. Even Steven. Now we see the T's buy it back in. It's going to be AWP for Elian. And as I said, last season of this, or last time I casted them, it was a pretty decent AWPer. Haven't actually seen Ivan before, but... well, 9-3. I think he's top of the board in the server, so can't really take anything away from him yet. Oh, he doesn't quite make the jump. I thought we were going to see some styling. Somewhat has to fall back a little bit here. T's looking like they are going to set up some smokes into middle. Actually, we're going to see a counter molly thrown in. CT side really wanting to take control of this mid position. Kabakan has to be fairly careful. Actually going to go a little bit aggressive. Finds a first, but that may just be enough. He can fall back a little bit. Has support as well. Well, never mind. He doesn't anymore. His teammate is dead, and Kabakan tries to survive, but Nickelback will destroy him, just like the music destroys my ears. Either way, 3 versus 2. Bomb will be going down once again. It's going to be Ivan and Flarich, who still only has an MP9. Do have a kit this time, and a smoke as well. Go for a little bit of a boost. Never mind, no they're not. Oh, attempt 2. This is valuable time being wasted, guys. Come on. But that's a nice shot. Flarich will take down Nickelback. Ivan picks up another, and somehow this is quickly turned into a 2 versus 1, and I wonder if they actually heard that smoke hitting Hooch. He's just gonna wait. He's gonna try and go for the knife kill on the diffuser. This is just evil. He gets it as well. Ivan goes down. Now the second player looking to try and kill Hooch, but the bomb's going off anyway. Hooch, that was just evil. Ivan is filling. Oh, okay. Why is he called Ivan? I'm confused. Is that his real name? Maybe it's his real name. Should we have a look? Let's have a look. Let's click on his HLTV profile. His real name is Ivan. Okay. Am I allowed to personal cast the major? I think you have to get permission from either E-League or whoever does it, or Valve, and that is not something I'll be doing. Most of the time I just want to watch the major anyway. Here we go though. TT side still have enough money to buy into this round. And the T's have actually taken quite a hit with every single player dying in the previous, but they're going to go barreling on towards Kabakan. He doesn't last long though. Only 1 kill. Needed to do a little bit more. Now the CT side will be rotating in. Catch Kenzel. Oh, sorry, Kenzel catches Hooch. Already, Crush picks up 2 quick kills. Elian needs to perform a miracle, and Crush will win them the round. 5-5. Back to even scoreline once again. On the T side, they're not going to have too much money going into the next round. I think they will just have to take the save. 3 players surviving for the CT, so not really much chance of breaking their economy. And in the next round, they can get a pretty decent buy. Oh, why did they smoke the bomb off? Probably because they thought the Hooch might be in apps. So if you smoke the bomb off and tap the bomb, then he would have to run out and spray into the smoke, rather than him being in back apps, and he can just sit there. But unfortunately, he was sat on the bomb. It is very unusual that somebody will just be sat on the bomb, so normally the smoke goes down, and if you tap, then they can't tell if you're defusing or not. So it's sort of trying to bait him out. Unfortunately, he was sat on it. The only thing that could have hurt him there is if they heard the smoke actually hitting Hooch. And then he would have been screwed, but they didn't, so it worked quite nicely. East side. Be waiting at the top of mid. Looking like they may try and boost somebody into the window. It's going to be Hooch once again. They've been doing this quite often, though, so I feel like the CTs are more than aware of the potential chance, and they're just going to go running through the connector. Crush with a chance to pad his stats. Picks up 4. The ace taken away by Villain. Well, 6-5. Tees didn't expect to do too much in that round. In fact, they did absolutely nothing. So the CT side have been able to build up even more cash. Plenty of moolah in the bank, in the reserves. And we are going to see a couple of smokes thrown in towards this A site. What looks like a fake. Villain will be here alone. Flarich manages an opener, and actually he's going to start to rotate back towards this A site. Now the T's, they have lost a lot of players. In fact, I don't think it will matter too much because already Villain picks up another with the headshot. Fake was a nice idea. That's a wonderful shot from him. Wish I was that good with the AWP. 7-5. I like the idea. The problem is, a lot of the time, I think it's a big problem with fakes, is the people faking have to get a kill or two. Because otherwise, it's just not enough. Because even, okay, say they get past Villain there, onto the site, get the bomb down. You still got a 4v2 retake with the CT side still having all of their utility. They're 9 times out of 10 going to win that round. So I feel like just the fakers needed to do a little bit more. And this time, are they going to try the reverse fake? Early aggression has baited out a little bit of utility. It's only P250s. Villain, well, I don't think he's going to have any trouble hitting that shot. Kinder looking to push in. Kabakan is tanking down to just 12, but actually it works out. However, it was just a fake. The bomb now goes running in towards this A site, and nobody have rotated yet. 4 players survive once again. Prosto with ludicrous amounts of money. Not going to be running out until the end of the half. But the T's will at least have themselves a buy. Now, if they want an AWP, the Kinder's going to have to drop it over and take the hits. Won't have any head armor in this round, although with more than enough players with AKs and AWPs on the other side, it isn't too much of a problem. The real problem is he doesn't have any utility whatsoever, so not looking like the best case. And considering out of the last 8 rounds, EPG have only managed 1. That's where the problems lie. Watch out, though, Kenzo. Large amounts of aggression will already lose his life, and now the T's are going to look to just run straight in onto this A site. Flarich going to be left in the corner. Villain has managed to find one. Crush hears the bomb. Also hears his opponent running in through the connector. Leaves it into a 3 versus 3. This is where the CTs have a lot of work to do, but they've got a lot of utility to do it with. 2 incendiaries, smokes on every player, and an HE. The T's just expending their last bit, and Crush will catch one, but again, it's very quickly traded out. Kabakan a little bit late on the rotation. They may not expect him to be this close. Already, Hooch is going to be left alone, and Kabakan will clean up too. Bomb just about going to be defused as well. 9-5. At least a bomb plant means that there will be a buy in the last round of the half for EPG, but Prosto definitely looking like the stronger side here, and it has been off the back of Crush and Philin really having a good game. And I feel like Flarich as well. No. So the prize pool starts at 10k, and then anything else up to that is from the cases. So far, over the last couple of days, $4,514 have come from the cases. I think last time we got up to like 30 something. I may be wrong. It may be more than that, but either way, this round not looking good. East side already struggling. Back and caught off by the off angle. Leaves only 2 remaining. Our next match is Red Reserve versus North Academy. It should be a fairly decent game, actually. I quite like both of those teams. But here we go. Kree and Elian. Elian with a glass cannon AWP. Actually, a double AWP set up him for this round. So Kabakan taking a bit of a dirty off angle. which can make things very difficult now. Hitting this shot is definitely not easy, especially now that they've actually seen that he's there. A little bit of damage done. It's looking like there's no chance in this round. Elian, 1 versus 5. No armor, no utility. I think it'd be tough for him to even get a kill in this scenario. That would be the case. 10 to 5. Dominating half in the end from Prosto. Really coming back. 4-1 down to finish the half 10-5. And now we get to see if they can do the same over on that T side. Now, as said, we've seen some strong T sides of Mirage, so to see such a strong CT side from Prosto is a good sign. However, the question is, well, can EPG win themselves the pistol and get off to a killer start over on their CT side? Either way, though, into our pistol round. Basically, whenever I put up one of those little overlay things, I have to sort of tab out. So it's the sound will drop whenever I sort of tab out. So most of the time, it's just me doing something. So don't worry about that. Apologies. I could have the sound playing all the time, but it means that whenever I put the pause screen on and somebody's running around in the server, it can be heard. So sort of the lesser of two evils, I'll put it that way. Either way, T side. Straight in towards A. Already first pick goes the way of the CT side. Has been traded back by Fillin, and Flaric will pick up another. Nickelback. Well, he's actually going to be able to deny the plant. Nobody defending the planter, and Nickelback getting more hits than the band at the moment. Leaves it into a 2 versus 3. Bomb down as well. Somebody from the T side needs to make a play, and it seems like Fillin was heavily relying on that bomb going down. Position is not known. Eventually, we'll see Kinder spot him out. Flaric managing to turn things back. Nickelback trying to do this. He'll have to ace it to win the round. Flaric will be his counterpart. Will be a little bit of a game of peekaboo as 35 seconds remains on the clock. Nickelback spots his opponent. Bomb yet to be retrieved. Spam away down to just 19 HP. So close to the ace. But Flaric will close the round. 11 to 5. T side take the pistol. CT side are going to be struggling now. Force Spy will be in. Elian has a Scout and Kevlar. Imagine that was dropped over to him, though. Nickelback does get 4 kills in that round, so he had plenty of extra cash to play with. See what they can do with it. Kabakan looking to try and sell a little bit. A fake over towards this A site, but the rest will be hitting on B. Kree has managed to sneak past a little bit. Gets 1. Be losing teammates, but actually picks up a second. Looking for the third as well. Kree has just gone huge for his team, and now the fakers over towards that A site have to rotate back in. Probably not expecting this retake to be necessary. Back in. They'll spot the jumping player. They still have a chance here, but already a scout retrieved, and an AK-47 into the hands of Kree, who's had a phenomenal round already. Lifeline, I think, is about to be handed. Not sure what Kabakan hoped to achieve there. I don't think faking out that you're running away is going to work. Big round from Kree. 11 to 6. EPG do bounce back. And that's actually twice now that that's happened. Winning the pistol round. Both pistols go the way of Prosto, but they don't manage to convert any of the follow-up rounds. Already, though. The scout from Fillon. We'll get the first pick. CT side can't afford to sleep in this scenario. They need to win this round. Otherwise, the driver's seat will be firmly with Prosto once again. Other kill actually comes in as well. It is only an SMG. All the rifles still stand. Nickelback have to try and fall back towards the site. These are looking like they're about to split towards him. Hinder will be here with the AK-47. Be able to at least turn things back a little bit. There isn't much utility. In fact, there's next to no utility. Hinder will now be pushing back in. Can't afford to be overwhelmed, but he actually drops the bomb. Kenzel pushes in towards that connector. A very risky play. Luckily, his teammate Fillon is there. But the question is, do they know that both players are in this CT spot? The B site is completely open. The Molotov fails. Bomb pump will be going down, and the AK-47 has been picked up for Fillon, and he will close another round. 12 and 6. This time they return much faster. And the CT side will be the ones that if they are going to go for this, they've got a force buy. And actually, they're going to save. I'm quite surprised, I'll be honest. EPG not going to have a great buy in the next round either, if they even do go for it. The thing that will annoy me is if they buy up, say, Kevlar and a pistol in the next round. Because then they may as well have forced into this one. You see a lot of teams sort of do that, going, oh, actually, we don't have enough money to buy anyway. Now, they could just go for some UMPs alongside a couple of rifles, or maybe even an AWP. I think, yeah, they could get an UMP. That may be the reason why they're opting to save into this one. Either way, it should be relatively easy from here on out. Elian stuck in the corner. Trying to... Okay, jumping headshot through a wall with a Glock. Cool. Seems reasonable. Korean Nickelback with no hope in this round. Absolutely none. They'd need a miracle. They'd need to find a 1-second defuse kit. Maybe have teleportation hacks, instant bomb defusal hacks. That doesn't exist, by the way. Or at least I don't think it exists. Maybe if you own the server, then you could put that in for yourself. Pretty sure that happened in, was it H1Z1 once? Where one of the devs accidentally left himself in God mode. That was funny. Or was that PUBG? Both trash games, so either way, it could have been either of them. God mode. I think another guy actually left himself invisible, which was very, very funny. Either way, T-side will comfortably win this one. Now, normally I'd expect an SMG not to be kept, but this is where I'm sort of questioning things. Like, are they going to go for this round? Yeah, straight away. Hooch will buy up the AWP, ham on over to Elian, so they are going to risk it. I wonder if Nickelback may even just keep the MAC-10. What's he going to upgrade to? A UMP, a FAMAS? Like, might as well just get all that extra utility behind it. It's a pretty bleak scenario when your full buy involves a MAC-10. And the fact is, if they lose this round, they'll only get 2,400 and be left in a horrible situation. So this AWP, or these AWPs, I should say, are going to have to do an awful lot of work. Well, one of them, in the hands of Elian, is about to have a lot of players coming his way. 3 players in the Palace. The aggression over towards B has given all the information, every single bit of information, over to the CT side. But still, they have to move very quickly indeed to get themselves back in. Pop flash is being used to try and throw them off. Already we will see 1 kill come in for Fillon. And somehow he manages to avoid death. Not really sure how, but clearly he's a sneakier man than I. MAC-10 from behind. Nickelback will net a frag. Elian stuck in the corner, but they do still have the man advantage. Make that a 2-man advantage. As somehow this is working out for the CT side. It will be left onto Fillon and Flarich, the 2 Fs of the team. They're doing great work. Wonderful shot from Fillin. Will eventually be overwhelmed, and it is left onto just Flarich. They don't have a kit, so they've got to get on this plant. Actually, Flarich, I don't think he realizes. They're just going to be straight up defusing the bomb. There's nothing he can do. Like, what? He doesn't even peek. He thinks he's being so ballsy by staying up in the palace. But now he just looks a bit like a fool. A 10-second defusal from Elian wins the round for EPG. They will live to fight another day. Weapons will be juggled. The T's will be able to buy. Actually, I think they may have overbought a little bit. Yeah. Oh, I don't know, actually. Was Hooch on the UMP? Anyway, already limitations for both teams. Hooch on the ump. Flarich actually going to be overwhelmed by a Hooch. It was only the player without head armor, so it isn't the worst case scenario. Here comes that push. Molotovs will hold back the majority, and Yakinda's already on the flank. 2 players stuck in this corner. They do not know that he is this far up. There's no way they could know. This is going to be a very easy couple of kills for Yakinda. And now leaves it all onto Fillin. He at least gets one. He's only got 5 HP. The bomb is in such a horrific spot. Wonder if he's actually just going to save. Oh, well, this is going to be fun. If he's just saving for the whole 45 seconds. I'm actually a bit curious as to what he's doing. I think he's just waiting for them to come and hunt him. Does mean that, yeah, we got a little bit of null time, so let's put this little thing up again. Why not? Why not? Yeah, you're going to lose some sound for a second. Get this beautiful little go to here, get a code thing. So if you want a code thing, or there it is. Yeah, marketing. Be funny if it doesn't work. There we go. I like mine. I'm looking at the delayed stream on the other side, but it's a cool little pop-up. I appreciate it. And yeah, just gonna wait for that timer to tick down. Feeling lonely at the moment. But he will at least keep that AK-47. Now, he's still got around about the same amount of money as some of his other teammates. So it's not the end of the world. And they do have a 2,400 loss bonus, so he could realistically just keep this. They go for a small investment and then buy into the next, which seems to be the case. Kenzo could even drop an AWP, which will be something for Fillin to play with. And he's currently 26-7, so he has been having a phenomenal performance for Prosto. We'll see what he can do in this round as well. Bit of utility, 2 smokes in fact set up. One of them is not in window, so it'll be interesting to see how they're actually planning on getting this bomb into mid. Kenzo keep pushing, looking for that opener. And now the push comes into middle. Will actually be one for Fillin. So that is actually another rifle drop. Something to be picked up. Elian is hit with the AWP. Will eventually be cleared out. The smokes have fallen, looking to try and hold off that cross. And that may actually give them a chance to head towards that B side. The problem is, the smokes have now faded. And there's already multiple players here for the CT side, so a lot still to do. 50 seconds left on the clock. This is a spicy spot from Nickelback. Even goes peeking in, spots both players. That will call a rotation over, I imagine. Although I don't know if he saw the bomb. I don't think he did. Because of that, they're not going to rotate. He's got such a powerful position in the palace that the T's know they have to clear him out. If they are going to be winning this round, they have to go pushing through palace, which definitely isn't the place they want to be. Nickelback needs to win this battle. If he does, the round is over. Actually, he will take down one. The second doesn't have any armor, but Flarich will just about survive. However, now his teammates have rotated in. He's got to get onto this site very quickly indeed, and Kree won't allow it. 13-9. Game not out of the reach of EPG just yet. However, we will be having a buy coming in this round. Here we go, though. 13-9. Still, the CTs haven't really built up much cash, considering they've won 3 rounds in a row. He's still playing relatively slow. Smoke. Will force a little bit of a switch up in position. The window has been isolated. Actually, the CTs are going to look to try and aggress. Take the fight in middle. Leave it onto Flaric, who's been overwhelmed as well. The CT side just shut things down in a matter of seconds. A well-timed push. EPG remove all of those mid players. Now, I said it. Buyers called a 13-16. I wouldn't be overly surprised. EPG starting to string rounds together. Their money will be growing. Not a huge amount of cash for the T's either in this round. See if they can make things costly at least. Flaric has a deagle and everybody else sort of in the same boat. Just a pistol or 2. They are just going to go pushing in here. In the meantime, the mid player will be caught. So it is just going to be one avenue. Flaric hoping, praying, eventually finds the headshot. But this round is done. Kenzor left alone. 1 versus 4. At least he's got the dig. That is a 1 shot to the face. That's the only real hope that he has in this round. They know exactly where he is. Although that should give them the clue. Hooch decapitates him, leaving it 13-11. EPG on that comeback. 4 players survive, so more money's built up once again. There we go. He's have themselves another buy. AK-47s across the board. Yeah, Silence M4 just... It's not so valuable once they actually changed it and slowed down the firing rate. It's very, very difficult to just wipe down a mob of players, whereas the A4 just can. And also, I think it was sort of a switch up completely because the A4 was so weak that they sort of changed it to make the M4S weaker, and then ended up making that one so weak that nobody really wants to use that either, unless you're just tapping. And T-side do have some presence over towards A ramp and Palace. The rest looking to try and make their way through connector. I'm not a huge fan of the bomb going through middle, just because if it is caught, you are basically screwed. There we go. Smoke going to be thrown in. Flash, I should say. Kabak looking to lead the way. Does take some damage. Nickelback still in dark. Needs to be removed. And Elian will start things off, but already rotations coming in from the CT side. They should be pretty close once again. Doesn't seem to be anybody properly defending that bomb. Will go down at least. They've done better than what was there previously. Fillin. Great game so far, but won't have any further part in this round. Kenzor looking to do something as well, and it's all left onto Flaric. He has the bomb planted for him, but that's all he's got at the moment. Bomb to be defused. He finds the first. Leaves it down to just 1. Kree is going to go for the same thing. Will he meet the same fate? He's just about surviving, but Flaric will clutch it. 2 players through the smoke. No ninja defuse for you. But there will be a buy. Only 1 player survives for the T side. The reset could be looming. And if it does happen, Prosto will be in real trouble. Looking like the T-side may be trying to pick up the pace a bit, but they've got to watch out for Elian. Already an aggressive push onto short. He's trying to make their way through the connector. They're going for the exact same play that we saw in the previous round, just this time a bit more utility. Hooch has been spotted so low, and Kenzo will remove all remaining players from the A side, but the smoke is fading behind him. He goes for an open plant. How does Villain get away with that? 2 quick kills. Put the round to bed, but they were very, very lucky. Very lucky indeed that nobody spotted where that bomb was being planted. 15-11, Prosto. They will take themselves to map point. And the CT side, well, money is not going to be in the best case. Elian needs to save this AWP, and he's got players coming in on the hunt. They know roughly where he is. And spots him out, and Elian can't hit the shot. AWP gone, money gone. I think most hope gone. They're going to have to tell out something pretty impressive here. My gun, did you just try to say silver match, but you spelled the word silver wrong? Silver spelling. I don't know, maybe they didn't see him, but it still just seems like you'd have a look at that. That's a pretty common plant spot. I don't know. Either way, Elian is going to have to work some wonders here. Yakinda almost gets the opener. Have slowed right down. I think they know there's going to be some aggression in this round. Can be expected. Where am I from? I am from London-ish. London is my city before anyone else says it. Hooch. Let's find the opener, but he's got one of the only rifles, and the other, in the form of the AWP, falls. The only left will be the FAMAS. See some aggression into Palace. That will net some information at least. But the information is Cree. Good luck, brother. You gotta try and hold on to this. From the Philippines. Cool. I've never been. I'd like to, though. Cree, what can he do? Already doing a lot of damage. Manages to pick up a first. They're gonna use the Molotov to try and force him onto the site. He at least bought some time, and that gives Nickelback a chance to get a kill. Villain, gonna be watching, has to be careful. There is a push coming into short, but never mind, it doesn't last long, and neither does Nickelback. Prosto will take themselves this victory, 16-11. And now we move on to what will be our second matchup of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you don't go anywhere, because we'll be back in just a moment with Rev Reserve versus North Academy.